What's going on, champs and champettes? It's FireMonkey here, and in today's YouTube video, we'll be showcasing you the entire EsDeeKid x Fortnite collaboration that we'll be releasing. I'm not for sure if it's in tonight's item shop reset. It might be in tomorrow's, but as usual, it's in either tonight's or tomorrow's shop reset. So it'll be right around the corner for you to actually pick up and enjoy. So firstly, we have the EsDeeKid outfit right here. It has a description of young, lit, and handsome. There's only one outfit a part of this collaboration, but it does mention right here as selectable styles, and it's music reactive, which is pretty cool to see. So here's its normal style. As you can see, we have just the normal EsDeeKid outfit. You got a lot of like chains on the outfit and everything, but we also have an option to take the chains off if you want more of like a simplistic aesthetic while still having like the hood on and everything. Still looks pretty cool. And then if we go over here, we have the hood down version, which also changes like the mask and stuff in the front. So you can see right here, it says the tower block rises like broken teeth, gnawed down by wind, by time, by hands that never build, only break inside. The rats move, born in damp rooms, raised on bitter air. I cannot read this when he keeps moving. Scurrying through the same narrow streets where their father fell. The gang's okay, you know, I'm gonna stop reading it. I think you guys get the point, right? You can pause the video and read it if you want to, but this is his hood down version of the actual outfit, and it looks pretty nice. But when we get over to these other versions, I think these look the coolest. So we have the EsDeeKid outfit right here variant, and it has the whole entire bone skull structure of him viewable through the outfit itself. Now, if you rotate over here, you can see like when it goes down to like the feet area, it does kind of cut off the bone, and it doesn't have like fully modeled bones all the way through. But they did a good job at actually putting a lot of like bone structure into basically all of the outfit's design here. And then we got the Phantom EsDeeKid variant right here, which is basically the exact same thing but red. And honestly, I almost want to purchase the skin just for this, right? You know, just for the skull version. I think that honestly looks pretty cool to rock in like Battle Royale or something, but it will be releasing in the shop soon. For back blings, we got ourselves the Grim Hall bag, which is actually elimination reactive, so every time you get an elimination, smoke will actually come out of this. As you can see, it's the same smoke that matches the EsDeeKid variant right here. However, the smoke doesn't change color if you're using the red version. So regardless of if you're the red skull version, if you're the normal version of the outfit, or this one right here, it is going to be the same color smoke regardless. And then of course we have a new microphone stand, which is the Maester right here, and it just kind of has a back bling and pickaxe version as well. So I thought I would just show it what it looks like on the actual back bling version. For the pickaxes, we got two of them. So we got the canine claws right here with two different variants. We got ourselves the normal variant right here, and of course this matches the actual aesthetic of the default style of his outfit, you know, with the actual claws that are there as well, but these are a slightly bigger form, which makes me wonder real quickly, if we switch back over here, you can see the claws what they look like normally, and if we go to the pickaxe category, okay, it basically just does look like you're wearing it on the skin itself, right? It doesn't really look like you're having a pickaxe at all, which actually is pretty clean to see. So here's what it looks like when you're swiping with the normal version right there. And then right after that, we'll go ahead and show you with the Rebel Smoke version, which gives you like an outlined outfit design for this actual claw set. So there that is. And then we have the pickaxe, which is the Maester. If we go ahead and swing this real quickly, you didn't want to swing for a second there. You can see it's just, you know, how they do the typical microphone stuff. Just kind of swings from the bottom. No new gliders, no new kicks, no new controls, no new auras, but we do have a new emote. This emote is copyrighted, so the audio is muted, but something interesting to mention here is even if it looks like the loop lasts like 10 seconds or something, like, you know, right here it looks like the loop's resetting, it actually has around 30 to 40 seconds of audio before it loops around. So the dance can kind of loop like twice before the audio itself loops, which makes it a little bit of a longer emote, but still cool to actually end up seeing. Now, of course, you'll be able to hear the copyrighted audio probably on other people's content, you know, they make on YouTube or Twitter or wherever else, but at least here, we want to make sure we get some extra money from this video. Down here, we do have a new sidekick, so we got ourselves EsDeeKid's Cerberus. I know this is right here, it's, you know, the code name or whatever, but that's just because of how I have this all set up. There's no locked-in styles, and for the first sidekick ever, we don't have an emote at all. So regardless of when you actually end up grinding out the Cerberus pet and when you try unlocking new cosmetics for it or whatever, there is no variation to going ahead and like petting it or whatever. You won't be able to get an emote for it at all. But we do have a few options that are unlocked by default. You have the normal Cerberus outfit, and then you also have the option to turn the eyes between red or white. Now this is something that in other cases with other cosmetics would probably be a locked-in option, but at least here you can switch between red and white as many times as you like. So if you want to just have have the dog just to have the dog, then you can do that, right? You don't have to have like EsDeeKid's specific dog. You won't be able to rename it or anything, but it's still something you're able to mix and match with. Now, the eye color actually only affects these two options right here, so the color off and color on. As you can see, if we put the eyes to white and then go to color on, you can actually see that it still says EsDeeKid in the front, but it doesn't have the red eyes. And then we have Scold the Dog, which of course is just going to have the white eyes regardless of what you select, and Phantom Scold the Dog, or Didog, or however you say it, which is going to have the red eyes regardless of what you want. And honestly, I think it looks pretty cool. For going ahead and completing a Sidekick quest, you'll be able to earn yourselves a Skeleheart right there as a little bit of a reaction, but if we go down here, we also have a few other things you can earn. So we have this banner icon that you're actually able to get from leveling up the Sidekick companion, and we also have a banner, however, or I guess not banner, but the loading screen. Now, this loading screen isn't actually a reward from Sidekick stuff, it's just going to be in the item shop bundle, so keep that in mind. But with that said, let's go ahead and show you the wrap part of this collaboration as well. You can see what it looks like up close. Now, when we go ahead and shoot it, you may notice it's reactive and animated. The reactivity goes based on shooting. So as you see, as we shoot more and more, the kind of like dark flame happens here, and it will go down as you stop shooting. And then if you quickly shoot once again, it's going to kind of be at the very top, because even though that effect goes down, it still has a duration of buildup. Because as you can see, we don't start at the front anymore. We started it kind of at the middle. So if we wait a moment and then shoot, you can see we're not at the front. We're kind of in that middle area, and we wait a little bit longer and shoot. You can see we're basically up there at the front again. So it has different stages that actually syncs between, and it depends on when the last time you actually ended up shooting from the wrap was. And then of course we have it in the side view if you want to see it up close with the full effect without having like a character model in the way or something. So as it goes down, if we shoot it again, it goes all the way back up. And then if it goes fully down and we shoot kind of midway, you can see it's like 90% there. Wait a moment, shoot, it's halfway. And then if we wait a moment again, and then shoot, it's going to be at the very start once again. The only last thing to really showcase to you guys, though, is going to be the instrument itself. So here is the Maester instrument microphone. If we rotate it around to the backside, you can see that the reason it's called Maester is because it's kind of like a... Actually, I don't know what the Dur part comes in from, but it's got like a scorpion mace at the front. You see that? It's got like scorpion tail. It looks like crab arms in the middle. It's an interesting design, actually, now that I think about it. But you can see it honestly looks pretty nice. It has like a little crown going on with that crab in the middle. If anyone is more of a, like, knows more about EsDeeKid, and let me know in the comments down below what the theme of this is all about. You know, what does Yernotha mean in the actual description here? Feel free to let me know. But of course, you know, it's pretty cool to see this collaboration. Now, there isn't a Lego version of this outfit at all. You know, I'm not really for sure why there isn't a Lego version. Maybe it's just because, you know, whenever it comes to collaborations, Epic is kind of weird when it comes to Lego versions, right? Some things get a lot of Lego versions, some things don't. But of course, if you're curious about the descriptions, we'll quickly go through those. So the Grimhall bag has smoky settings. The pickaxe actually has throw down the gauntlet. And then I think that's pretty much it. I mean, we have the emote description of what it says on the tin la. If we go down to the Sidekick, I'm pretty sure it just says K9 Crew. And then for the wrap, it's probably just going to say show your style. Yeah, it just says show your style. So, you know, some slight little interesting descriptions here and there. Lord of the Hounds. But if you're someone who likes EsDeeKid, definitely see this as a cosmetic set you want to pick up in the item shop. And if you're someone who doesn't really like EsDeeKid, or you don't really know him too well, then maybe you end up still wanting to pick this up in the shop, right? Because I'm going to be honest, I don't really know that much about EsDeeKid, but seeing the Sidekick and seeing the actual outfit itself, it makes me want to buy it, because the Sidekick can just be a normal dog in real life anyways. And then the outfit has that cool like skull version over here. And I know I'm kind of yapping, but I just want to talk about it for a moment. So yeah, hopefully this video got you informed and excited to pick up the cosmetics once they release in the item shop. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and I'll catch you guys next time with another upload. So until then, peace out.